hope you're having a lovely day. For those of you that don't know me, I'm the surgical doctor. I'm just coming to the end of my F2. I'm a graduate entry medic, and if you haven't seen my other video about the GAMSAT from a non-science background, where I give you all my resources, tips and tricks apart from this one. I'm from a non-science background and I really struggled with part 3. So if you're a person who, like me, is just really hating the GAMSAT, really struggling with that part 3, hopefully this tip is for you. Please subscribe, because I tend to post these GAMSAT reflections just as they occur to me. So between the second and third times of taking the GAMSAT, I really reached a very low point, and I was just like, I'm never going to pass this exam, I don't get what I'm doing wrong. I think a lot of it was the fact that it was just very difficult for me as an arts background to adjust to this kind of scientific rigour that you need to take part 3. So what occurred to me was something that I'd not seen in any of the GAMSAT preparation materials or on any of the sites, and that was, and this is the secret, it's a very simple secret, but to study statistics. Now, if you're familiar at all with the GAMSAT is not about having scientific knowledge. We always think that because we go away and if you've seen my other video, you'll see that I've told you to study organic chemistry, and you should definitely do all of that kind of stuff. Do your biology, do your chemistry, do your physics. But in the same way as you would approach the humanities section, so you wouldn't go away and revise every New York Times article. What you would go away and look at the New York Times for the GAMSAT. You're looking at how the language works, you're looking at all those kind of things. And it's exactly the same thing with the GAMSAT. So the GAMSAT is an exam where they are wanting you to extrapolate data. They want to know that you can read scientific data. It's not about understanding how, a carbon atom is formed. What they want you to do is they want you, probably that the GAMSAT is supposed to be like Mensa questions. The answer is supposed to be contained within that trigger text. What you need to be able to do, and what your colleagues who are passing this are doing, is they're often from science backgrounds, and what they don't realise is that they've learned how to interpret data throughout their sort of science A-levels. If you're a person who's coming from an arts background, you're probably fantastic at writing the essays, and you know all of these kind of expert things about doing essays, which you don't even think about anymore. They're doing the same thing from their science degrees, which is learning how to interpret bar charts and learning how to interpret, all kinds of different scientific information. So I have a couple of book recommendations, and basically they're all just any statistics book. The one that I'm going to recommend to you is the Statistics for Dummies. There's a couple of those which you can look at. And all you need to do is you just basically want to have a work through some basic statistics and then hit your GAMSAT prep again and see if it makes any difference. I think this is the thing that made the difference for me between GAMSAT attempt number 2 and GAMSAT attempt number 3, which is my final attempt. It sounds very obvious. I don't understand why more GAMSAT prep sites don't, or especially when I was looking, I hadn't seen that anyone was considering this. But for me, just taking a step back and just looking at statistics and learning how to read scientific data, I think was the thing that, obviously I was, learning is exponential, isn't it? And I was studying all of that time. So who knows what tipped me over to finally pass the GAMSAT. But this is if you're at the end of your tether with it and you're feeling like giving up and you don't know where else to turn, please take a look at a statistics book. It's going to cost you, £4.50 or whatever they are on Amazon. Have a look at it, have a read through. Please let me know in the comments if you think this is helpful. Please subscribe for more videos.